Hi, beauties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel by now, kindly hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like, turn on your notification, and share my posts. So this is a part two of the initial post I made on how to make a frontal wig, a glueless frontal wig. At this point, I already finished making the wig, and it was time to bleach the knots, and I would proceed to mix the bleach powder with the developer. I'm using quite some amount of bleach powder, as you can see in the video. For this particular one, I think I used too much bleach powder because I was supposed to just use a little, since I'm only bleaching the knots of one wig, but it was too much. But of course, next time will be better. So I mixed it with the developer to have this creamy like consistency, not too watery and not too thick. So it's just like mid creamy consistency, and I'll show you that after mixing after mixing the bleach. After thoroughly mixing the bleach powder with the developer, I proceeded to apply the bleach evenly across the lace frontal. When applying bleach to your frontal, one thing you want to avoid is pressing your brush too hard against the frontal part, because then the bleach will spill over to the hair on the frontal, and then it will bleach the hair. So the plan is to bleach the knots, not the frontal hair. So you have to gently apply the bleach across the knots evenly, very very gently, because when you press it in, it goes to the hair, and that's how you see like some of the hairs underneath are bleached while some are not bleached, because of course it's not going to go round. So you just have to pass it carefully at the top. At this point, I already finished bleaching the knot, so I'll let it sit for 10 minutes. I put my timer on for 10 minutes, but then I realized that if I let it sit for 10 minutes, it will bleach lighter. So I had to wash it earlier. So I took it down. I washed it at 5 minutes. So I just had to adjust my timer to 5 minutes because I wanted it to bleach to my skin tone. I'm a caramel chocolate color skin tone. So I'm not even caramel. I'm like a choco skin tone, like not caramel, choco, because caramel is the light chocolate, right? So I'm dark. Yeah, so I'm dark choco skin tone. So I wouldn't want it to bleach lighter than my original scalp. So the plan is to make this look as authentic and as original as possible. So that's why I let it sit for 5 minutes before I took it to wash. So after 5 minutes, I brought it out and I thought to show you all what it's looking like right now. So you cannot see it clearly, but I'm just trying to show you what I meant by not pressing the brush too hard on the lace so that it doesn't bleach the hair. So if you look clearly, the lace is where it is supposed to be on the knot. And when I wash it out, the places where you're seeing the bleach, that's where the colors will change and it will not enter the hair. So I thought to show you, and also to show you that you cannot see it. I didn't bring it forward enough for you to see, but at this point it has already tinted to my skin tone. Yeah, so as you can see, my skin tone is chocolate and I want the hair to look natural. I want it to look like I own it. So for me to have that kind of exquisite look at the end, I need it to match my skin tone. And yeah, so afterwards I took it straight to the tap and I washed the bleach out. So this is the hair after washing. As you can see, is already giving scalp underneath. So just to tell you that I haven't even applied anything yet. No lace tint, no hair tint mirrors, no nothing at all, no foundation, no powder, nothing. And the knot is already looking like this. Now imagine how it will look when I finally put on my lace tint and other things. It's going to slay, I promise you. All right, at this point, I brought up my wig dryer, um mannequin dryer or mannequin hair dryer thing to dry the wig, because this one of the perks of having this as part of your hair care too is that you can put your hair on dryer and go about your business, especially if you're working from home like me, or if you're a mom like me, or if you have other things doing, basically, even if you own a salon. So instead of somebody spending time and drying a client's hair with their hand, holding the hair and the dryer together, you can just put it on this thing and go about your business. The person can now do people's nails or do people's hair or get busy with other things, even if it is cleaning. So for me, as a mom and I'm working from home, it's easy for me to just put the hair on the dryer, and while it's drying I'm doing my thing, maybe cooking or attending to my kids or cleaning, doing anything I want, or even pressing my phone or even resting. The fact that I don't have to hold the hair and the dryer, keep my two hands busy when I can use this, is what excites me the most about this mannequin. So 100% we recommend, please go get it. If you're a stylist, if you're working from home or you're working from a salon, anything, go get it. It is very, very time efficient. It will help you manage your time very, very well. So at this point, I already plugged my dryer and I hung it in the mouth of the mannequin wig dryer, and it's beginning to dry the wig. After a couple of minutes, I came back and this is what the hair looked like. It's all dried up. So I moved it back to my mannequin. So yeah, now it's time to pluck. Now, plucking of a wig is very, very important. Now, look at that. Look at that lace. Look at the lace. Look at the hair. Look at the knots. Like I said, it's already looking as natural as it can be when I haven't even. Oops. It's already looking so natural when I haven't even applied no lace tint or anything on the wig. So, but this is time for plucking, because of course plucking is important when you want to make your wig look natural. You have to pluck because your natural hair is not full up to the front. We only have, maybe out of 1 million, we only have 1% that have their hair full to the front. I don't know, but most people, their natural hair tend to be a little scanty in front, and then when you go deeper it becomes full. So it's time for us to pluck the wig. So for plucking, I parted the wig into two because I'm going to pluck it different. I'm going to part it into four, but first into two, then I part the two into two. So it's like, yes, half of half. Then I start plucking, and I'm going to start with the right part of the wig. Now, before I start plucking, I'll need you to take a very good look at, record it, screen grab it, but take a very good look at what the hair was looking before plucking. And then you also see what the hair looks like after I plucked it. And of course, you know sweet from bitter, you know good from bad. You will tell which one is better. So after parting it, like I said, it's only the front that you want to make look natural and look, yes, a bit lighter like your frontal hair. So you're going to part it. So I'm going into it with a zigzag cutting. So the zigzag cutting will not give it a particular consistency because you're plucking. So you wouldn't want to go straight, so that some parts will not be um scanty while some other parts are full. Or you're just plucking a particular part, and before you know, you just have one very big punch or a big um gap due to plucking. So, but when you go the zigzag way, it helps you manage the hairlines and the plucking, so it looks more natural and it comes out more beautiful. So I'd recommend you go the zigzag way, as you can see what I am doing. So I'm starting from the middle. Of course, I'm not going to pluck as much in the middle. I'm just going to pluck little by little. As I'm going forward, I'm plucking more. As I'm going to the front, I'm plucking more. So that's how it works. As you can see, the hair is already taking shape. See how it's looking. So on the original video I was telling you all that while I was in school, when I was in secondary school, throughout my secondary school, and even now as a grown up mom, I love low cut. So I used to be on low cut. And then when I was in secondary school, when I go to the barbing salon to barb my hair, they gave me a round cut, a be round carving. Yeah, and that round carving used to fit me as a child. So I was explaining at that point that I know there's this Lagos hairline or this widows is it widows mates hairline that is trending on Instagram, but I wouldn't want to carry that because I don't know if that will fit my face. The Lagos hairline thing doesn't fit everybody. It fits some people, mainly people with a long face. Yeah, because people with round face, it doesn't necessarily fit them that much. But I don't think, I haven't tried it before, but I don't think it will fit me. So knowing fully well that round cut fits me perfectly, i'm going to I'm going to do this hair to a round cut that I know it is my style. So that was what I was explaining on the video initially when I passed my hand through the frontal, where I was describing that it's going to be a round cut. So at this point, I finished with the first quarter of the wig plucking. Like I said, I parted them into two and then two into two. So it's quarter, quarter, half, and full. So I finished the first quarter and no, I haven't finished the first quarter, sorry. I thought I finished. So I'm rounding up. That's the word. I'm rounding up with the first quarter, and at this point I already finished, and this is what the first quarter is looking like. Is looking slayed already. I haven't even touched the other parts of the wig, but I love what this is looking like. It's looking so real. Like I said, imagine after I finish plucking and I apply my lace tint and everything, trust me, this lace will melt. It will disappear. There are different stages to lace melting. There are different stages to having a perfect frontal wig slay. There are different phases to also having a perfect glueless wig, because of course when you want to make a frontal wig glueless, you have to make it look real, not unreal. So yeah, this is the amount of hair that came out of the plucking. Not so much, but I think I already discarded some before I pulled out that one. But yeah, not so much because I was very careful. I didn't want it to be too scanty. While I was even doing this hair, I gave a gist of when a client of mine submitted her hair. I was live and people on live were laughing me. So a client of mine submitted her hair one time, I think 2 years ago, or last, no, not last year, 2023. So 2 years ago, that she saw me plucking. So she's like, "Oh, I would like you to pluck my wig for me." So what I did, I started plucking the wig from the end to the front. And that was one very big blunder I made. And after plucking the wig, because when she brought the wig was the frontal was so full, it was too full. I was like, this there's no way this lace will give when you there's no way. So it was too full and I didn't like it. So I had to I had to pluck it. So because I was plucking it with the mind that this frontal is too full, I need to pluck. I plucked out a lot from the hair. I plucked out a lot. So after plucking, the frontal became too scanty. It was too scanty. It was like, and I think I did not even use the right tweezer, so it was too scanty. I was like, how come this thing turned out like this? Maybe I plucked it too much with the intention that the lace is too full. So I had to give it out for ventilation. And of course, when it was ventilated, it came back much better. But it was still scanty, but at least it came back much better from what it was when I plucked it. So reason why you shouldn't start plucking from the back. Even if the frontal looks too full, leave the back as it is. You're only plucking from the front. So it's better to part it in the middle and then you start plucking. And pluck gently. Pluck very, very, very gently. I also gave a gist of when I bought hair from one lady from Benue State. I can't remember her name, but a friend of mine linked me to her and I bought hair from her. That was for my husband's 30th birthday. I think 3 years ago or 4 years. I don't know, 4 years, I'll be 3 years ago. So um the lady now brought the hair. I wanted to wear it for his birthday. Received the call, so I had to post my voiceover. So I wanted to wear it for my husband's birthday. The lady finally brought the hair, and the hair was that hair was an apology. I think I have to go and look for one of those pictures. I have to go and look for one of the picture and attach these posts. Maybe at the end of this video, I'll definitely show you the picture I took with my husband, or the picture, or maybe like a video I made with that hair. It should be somewhere on my Snapchat. I don't know what Snapchat I was even using that time. I was trying to log in all my Snapchat yesterday to get most of my memories back, but anyways, yes, it should be somewhere on my Snapchat. I'm sure I'm definitely going to get it. So this hair came in like they scraped the frontal. And I was like, what is this? I sent it to her. She said, yeah, but I asked you if you wanted it pre-plucked and you said yes. I said, yes, I wanted it pre-plucked, but I didn't tell you to scrape everything because there's nothing here. There's basically nothing here. And the thing is that if I decide to like cut out the part where the part that was plucked, if I decide to cut out that part, the frontal will be so short. It will be so short that I will not be able to style it next time or something. I was so upset. And I was super upset. So of course, if someone has asked you to pluck their frontal, get details. How light, how full, how little, how much do you want it to be plucked? At least it will guide um it will guide you. This is me coming from a customer perspective. So if she has asked me or shown me, I would have maybe told her no, this is too plugged. But I'm definitely going to apply. I'm going to attach the video. Sorry, I'm going to attach it to the end of this video so you see. So at this point, I'm almost rounding up the first half of the lace plucking, and you can already see how you can already see the difference and how good the plucking is making the hair look. So plucking changes your hair game. It takes it from 0 to 100. I promise you. It takes it from 0 to 100 and it's so good. And by the time you wear your hair, you feel so confident because it looks original or it looks natural. Yeah. as opposed to it just being so full in the front and giving wig vibes. This one is giving lace. This is giving natural vibes, not wig, like lawyers wig vibe. Sorry to say, this is not a shade to lawyers, please. So, but yeah. So now take a good look at the first half of the wig. I just pinned it all back so that you can see the beauty. I have not styled it. I've not put in hot comb. I've not used my lace tint, but it's already given. So now imagine when we get to that part of the styling, and then take a look at the other half that I have not plucked. You can see the difference, right? Yeah. So that's how much plucking changes your wig game. So of course, if you want to slay, please pluck your wigs. So this is giving an up close view of the two sides, plucked and unplucked sides of the wig. And of course, you can tell that the plucked part is more beautiful, looks more natural. And of course, the knots are bleached. Just to remind you that the knots are bleached. So yeah, I'll now proceed to plucking the other part of the wig. At this point, I was venting about my bleach powder that got oxidized and swollen because I didn't use it. So I was beating myself up like, okay, so what's the point? Yeah, why did I mix so much bleach powder and I didn't use it? And it's like I have other hairs I want to bleach, so that one would just go to waste. So I was pained. But anyways, let's continue. I was also showing people on my YouTube live the other side of the hair. So also do well to join my YouTube live. I tend to come live yeah, often on YouTube. So as I'm working, you're seeing me directly as opposed to watching my video after. But it's also fine if you choose, if you don't have the luxury of time to watch me live, you can also come watch my videos afterwards. So like I did on the other part, I'm going to repeat on this part. So I'm showing you with my needle that you're going to go zigzag, 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 emphasis on zigzags because it helps you um manage the consistency. So after doing zigzag, I'm going to now start plucking. This particular part gives an up close view. Yeah, because at this point I had to bring my phone closer and zoom in for you to see what I'm doing and also to see how I'm plucking my hair. At this point, I'm already approaching the front and it's giving what the other half is also giving. So, which is making me super excited because I'm like, I'm definitely going to rock this week. I'm going to rock this week. Don't worry. Not too long after, I proceeded to the other quarter, which is the last quarter of the wig, to pluck it. So at this point, I have already finished plucking the wig, and you can see the excesses in front. So the other parts are given not needed and will be discarded. But I'm just going to cut them and then I keep them. I like keeping my hair extras or something, because maybe in times I want to practice my ventilating skills, I use them to practice on a lace. So yeah. I'm just going to cut them out and keep them safe. But this is what the hair now looks like after being plucked. You can tell that it's looking natural. I'm also using my brush to pull it backwards. You can tell that it's looking so natural. This is without no lace tints, no nothing, and it's looking this beautiful. Yeah. So let me put a picture of the hair I told you about that I bought from someone. So this is the hair. It's looking scraped in the front. You can see the lace. It's looking so scraped in the front. This hair is not giving plucked. This hair is giving pulled. Like the front was pulled. The lace was just, it was so embarrassing. Look at the picture. See how it's looking like I've been wearing it for years. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in my next video. The next video will be about styling this hair, and you don't want to miss it. So kindly click the subscribe button.